And I'm recording it too for our YouTube channel. Number 64. Change yourself and others will follow. The samurai and the horse. When the Zen priest Bankei, 1622 to 1693, was still an acolyte, every night he would sit in meditation. One morning after meditating, he was resting by a stable when a samurai came along to train his horse. As Bankei looked on idly, it became apparent to him that the horse was out of sorts and balking at its rider's commands. The samurai yelled at the animal and beat it. Bankei shouted, "What do you think you're doing?" The samurai paid no attention, but only whipped the animal all the harder. Bankei kept on watching or shouting until finally the samurai dismounted and walked over to him. "You have been scolding me for some time, I believe," he said quietly. "If you have something to teach me, I am willing to listen." His words were exceedingly polite, but it was clear that depending on what kind of answer he received, he might erupt in anger. Without hesitating, Bankei told him, "It is foolish to blame only the horse for failing to listen to you. The horse has its own reasons. If you want it to listen, you must encourage it to do so. To do that, you must start with yourself. Do you understand?" This was a humble and intelligent samurai, for he nodded, bowed, and left. Then, with a change of attitude, he remounted his steed. Sure enough, the horse too was now a changed creature and docilely obeyed his every command. People constantly blame others for their own faults and find no peace. The essential thing is to take an honest look at oneself and correct one's own attitude. Do that, and others will change too. Your home life is guaranteed to be happier. Very good. So this is very beautiful story. Some people might not believe it, but actually, yeah, if you try it, you can test it for yourself, not just once or twice or three times. So if you test it in different contexts and different times and situations, you will get some results for sure. And actually, this is the whole concept of Nikon, which means looking within for the answers or self-reflection. We had a book club on that once a month. It was yesterday. Nikon, self-introspection or looking within and finding out maybe there is something I'm doing not right, or maybe I'm causing harm or trouble to others without knowing. That's the whole art of Nikon, because this is our blind spot. So our default is always, I'm perfect, I don't do anything wrong. So when something is happening unpleasant, it must be other people's fault. So we constantly blame other people for our own faults, and then we find no peace. So because this is the darkest or the blind spot we all have, something we are most unaware of is our own faults. We don't see it unless we listen to the Dharma and look at our image reflected in the mirror of Dharma, or unless people tell us. Actually, people don't want to tell us our faults because usually it doesn't go well. Nobody wants to hear the truth. And there is so much of the truth anyone can handle in a day or in an occasion. We all have our ego and conceit and other blind passions that put up a resistance to hearing the truth. So the mind has to be cultivated to be open and receptive to the truth. Yeah, but if you understand that everything is a reflection of my own karma, my own temperament and attitude, like, when you go to the mountainside and you shout, like you say, Yahoo, it echoes back exactly what you gave out. Yahoo, it comes back exactly that way. If you say Yahoo and then you hear, how are you? You might start feeling there is a ghost or somebody else on that desolate mountain. Otherwise, it's always same thing you give out, same thing comes back. So, as a spiritual person, we always focus on the karma we are creating or how we speak to people. Like the samurai, maybe he was very harsh and already didn't know the potential of a horse. The horse would respond kindly if he or she was treated kindly. So, first and foremost, we want to reflect and look at our own karma, what we are giving out to the world. So good job, everyone, for being here practicing together. And today, yeah, we have the Karma Lab also, incidentally, 5 p.m. Pacific. And also we have the advanced group session hosted by Anup at 9 p.m. Pacific. And have a wonderful hump day, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.